It is a cool winter night here in Palo Alto, California. We're at the Peary Center and we got some men's varsity basketball. It's Palo Alto taking on Los Altos. I'm Nate Martin. Alongside me, we got Kieran Costa and Casey Hornbeek. And we are sure to have a great game here tonight. So let's talk about the visiting team first. Kieran, tell us about Los Altos.
As you may know, I'm a student of Los Altos, so I'm going to be a little biased in this one. But, so we got the Los Altos Eagles. They're 10-7, not their best year, and they're really struggling in league at 1-4. They have 4 seniors on the roster and 3 sophomores, so a pretty young team coming up. I know some of these players. Aiden Witt, his dad actually coached me in Little League year, so. But their leaders, Naaman Hitet and Dominic DeAugusta, along with Connor Cook and Hunter Lumsfield, I think they're gonna lead the visiting Eagles to a W tonight.
Casey, what about you?
You know, this Palo Alto basketball team certainly is not living up to what they were doing last year. This year, they were very 50-50. They're 8-8 and 2-2 in league, so they're exactly 50-50. They're led by their junior guard, Matthew Marzano. Last year, he was the only sophomore on the varsity team, and this year, as a junior, he's really doing well. He's led along with Louis Passarella, Jackson Chris, Casey Florent, Jameer Shepard. They've all been doing pretty well this year, but they certainly aren't as good. The coaching change's been a little bit difficult for the Palo Alto Vikings.
Of course, because they lost
Peter Diepenbrock.
Yep, one of the great coaches in the history of Palo Alto.
He stayed a year late just to coach that amazing class last year. Now they have Rodney Tension. He is the father of Miles Tension, who played at Pali 2 years ago. Now he is about to go play some college ball. He had recruits from San Francisco, so he's a good player. This Palo Alto team certainly is looking for a big win today. This should be a good game.
Yeah, well, honestly, my take on this game is that it should be a close one. I mean, Palo Alto's at home. They've played pretty well here, and I think they do have a chance to walk out with the dub as the Eagles are 1-4 in league play.
Yeah, and a few more notes on this Los Altos team. Many of these athletes are multi-sport athletes. Aiden Witt plays baseball. Brock Susko also plays baseball. And Charles Syrie definitely played baseball. I'm not sure. He might be playing again this year.
Same goes for the Vikes. They're loaded as 3-sport athletes, 2-sport athletes. Jameer Shepard, the star junior wide receiver for the Vikings. He'll play college football for sure. Wes Walters, star middle linebacker. And they got lacrosse players all over. And then Jackson Chris, the quarterback.
Brother of Keller Chris, current Tennessee quarterback, former Stanford recruit. As we have introductions, starting out with the visiting Los Altos Eagles.
Here are tonight's starting lineups. First for the visiting Eagles, starting at guard, number 2, Eric Jones.
Eric Jones coming out now. Next up, Naaman Hitet, the senior.
Starting at guard, number 12, Brock Susko.
Susko, a sophomore, starting already. And Chris Shell coming out right now. That is going to be your Los Altos Eagles here for the game.
Coached by Trevor Noss and assistant coach James Riley.
Brent, that is going to be Anthony Yu.
He's a St. Francis transfer.
Jackson Chris, as we mentioned earlier, for the multiple sport athlete.
Wes Walter is also a great player.
Yeah, very tall, 6 foot as a forward. as we are preparing for opening tip.
Los Altos in the blue jerseys, white piping. Los Altos and the number on both sides in white, and Pally in white green piping on the shorts and jerseys.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a special presentation tonight. We ask that you please rise if you can and remove your hats for the singing of our national anthem as performed by Jenna Phillips.
We have the national anthem, so all rise. National anthem performed by Jana Phillips, a junior on the varsity basketball girls team for Palo Alto.
They just had a great win against the Wilcox Chargers. Great game by everyone on the team, especially Annika Shaw, number 23, a star.
Casey commentated on that game, but now we are focusing on boys varsity basketball. It's the Los Altos Eagles taking on the Palo Alto Vikings, starting now on MC Sports. And Palo Alto wins the opening tip. Bringing it up is number 23, Anthony Yu, as you said, St. Francis transfer.
Yeah, big get for the Vikes this year.
Still with you, moving around, finding number 20. Yep. To number 10, Wes Walters. Walters trying to post it up, out to 25, Casey Ferrand. Shot taken, no good. Rebound by Los Altos. Bringing it up is number 3, Namen Hatet. He shoots, it's good.
Nice move and a quick bucket for Los Altos, what they needed. They're up early.
Anthony Yu bringing it out. The 6-foot junior guard. Number 35, Marvin Zhu. Passing it to Anthony Yu. Stolen, tipped out, my bad, by number 12.
Brock Susko.
You know, the Vikings
Quick
have had
hands.
turnover problems all year, and they really just don't take as many shots as they need to.
Quick hands by Brock Susko to knock that one away.
Trying to find a pass to Anthony Yu. He gets one off to Jackson Christ, and gets back in now.
Travel.
It'll be travel, and it'll be Los Altos ball.
Another turnover. That's 2 already for the Vikings.
Zhao with the travel.
I noticed that already a timeout by Rodney Tetchens. He can't stress enough these timeout issues. And, you know, the players aren't loving Rodney Tetchens this year's inside information. you know, it just hasn't been as smooth transition as they would like from Diepenbrock, but it's hard to match Diepenbrock.
Of course,
Yeah.
and like it's just hard transitioning from one coach to another. I mean, of course, you got to play under a new play style. You got to play under a new style of coaching, and Palo Alto has not been able to adjust that well this year. But the interesting thing for me, Kieran mentioned that he is a Los Altos High School student. And Casey, I believe that you were going to be a freshman at Pali next year. So we got two sides, and I'm
both know
just
the teams pretty well,
which is making my job a lot easier. Los Altos ball, bringing it up, number 12, Brock Susko, the man who tipped it out. Trying to find a ball, turnover, and it'll be Jackson Christ.
And he gets the tip on the inbound. Way to go by Jackson Christ. Good hustle play and nice layup.
Yeah, a great three-man press. They were really pushing Los Altos there, and Susko was triple teamed, couldn't get it away.
Bringing it up now, or at least trying to, is the man Hatet. He's trying to find a player. He finds number 21, Chris Shell. Passing it to number 2, Eric Jones. Tipped and stolen by Palo Alto. This Chris again, layup, good.
One thing Tension dials up really well is he focuses on defense, and you can see it applies. He loves the press and his defense. He is a really defensive-minded coach.
Hatet, stolen again, but out of bounds. That was Marvin Zhao again.
Zhao with a heck of a hustle play, just could not finish it.
Marvin Zhao, an amazing defensive player.
Yeah, he's already had one steal, and that could have been the second easily.
The one problem Marvin is not shooting though.
Now,
nice
Nemet
move.
Hatet, great move, shoots it, no good. Rebound by Jackson Christ. And passing it to the transfer, Anthony Yu. Zhao layup, no good. Rebound by Wes Walter. And stolen by Los Altos. Hatet goes up for the left. It's good, and one.
As you can already see, the flaws and the strengths of the Palo Alto team. They're an amazing defensive team and great press, but their offense is just not there, and that's why they're a 50-50 team, because they're 50-50 this year. They're completely 50-50, 50% on the season.
Nemet Hatet for the first free throw of the game, and it's no good. Rebound by Yu. Taking it up the court. Passing it to Walter, or out to Zhao.
And Rodney Tension actually stepped down. He used to be the Stanford basketball assistant coach, but he came to Palo to be the head coach.
Anthony Yu now at the top of the key. Passing it out to Zhao. Zhao, alley-oop, no good. And it's going to be defensive rebound for the Eagles.
Great pass by Zhao. Marzano
That
really
was-
just didn't focus.
That was Lunsbaum, I think, on the defensive rebound. And the offense has been running through Zhao here early.
Yeah, Zhao was a utility player last year, and this year is really involved.
Stepped up big time.
There's Walters getting chipped up. He's a star middle linebacker and fullback for the football team. Football is also one of his sports, and lacrosse. He's one of the 2 3-sport athletes all 4 years, along with Paul Thee here at Palo.
And it's going to be tipped out of bounds by number 23, Hunter Lunsford. My bad, it'll actually be
I was
still
off of
Eagles
Vikes.
ball, yeah. It was off a Vikings player. Lunsford
Lunsbaum.
to Hatet. And Jones now shoots it, and it'll be no good.
Even if
My bad,
that
was
shot,
Chris Shell.
even if that shot didn't go in, there was great ball movement on that possession. Good sign for Nos.
Walt. Now it's going to be a pass to Wes Walter. He could not save it, and it will be Eagles ball.
Another turnover by the Vikings. Unreal how many turnovers they have.
Hatet moving it around, trying to get it past half court. He does. Finds number 21. That will be Chris Shell, who misses it. Rebound by Anthony Yu.
Anthony Yu, big dirty work guy, doesn't take enough shots once again though.
And you're stressing that idea that most of these players don't take not enough shots.
Yeah. Only guy that's really has the guts is Marzano as he launches one.
Matthew Manzano, you said he's the player to look out for. He was on the varsity team as a sophomore, and now really stepping into that role as the star player.
Yeah, his jumper is nasty. He will drill the jumper, kind of like a Sean Livingston.
Moving around now is the Eagles. Eric Jones out to number 21, Chris Shell, to Langsford, to Hatet. Great ball movement here by Los Altos. Hatet shoots, scores. Tie game, 6-6, and we're already in for what looks to be a barn burner.
But sophomore Charles Syrie at the scorer's table, younger brother in 8th grade, and I have umpired a baseball game with Charles Syrie.
And it'll be out of bounds. Unnecessary turnover by Los Altos, and Trevor Nass is upset.
I think an offensive change is due for the Vikings. Put in Shepard. The man, actually, looks like
Shepard is not
invalid.
playing, yeah.
He's not in his jersey. I saw him earlier. I was wondering why he wasn't warming up, and that makes sense.
Eric Jones misses a wide open layup, and it'll be rebounded by Anthony Yu. Yu fast break, 3-on-1, and it'll be an easy layup for Marvin Zhao.
That's that offense I've been needed for the Palo Alto Vikings. Finally, they get something going. And also, Vikings have had some thriller losses. MA by 1.
And MA's got a good, pretty decent team. I commentated on one of their games a couple weeks ago with Kieran. Oh, not with Kieran. That was the girls' game, but you commentated on an MA game.
The MA game, Carmel game, that was an absolute thriller. Went down to the very end. 3-point game.
Both of those games are thrillers.
Yes, it was. That was a great night.
That was a good night. We were all there, and we had a great time.
I did the Palo game a couple weeks ago with CJ, and they got a big upset win.
Yeah, but now we need to focus on what is going on now. Marvin Zhao moving around across the court, and that will be a foul. Charging.
It's Ryan Perper who just checked in. He is a big man and another defensive player.
Ryan Perper, 6'5" as a junior.
Los Altos has dropped 4 into the backcourt after they saw how good the Pally press was.
Got him, jumping, pump fakes, and it's good by number 32. A substitute for Los Altos. Charles Syrie.
Looks to be a really defensive game so far, but maybe some offense is starting to boil up here.
8-8. Tie game here at the Perry Center.
All been layups too, except that one jumper for the Vikes. Not a lot of outside shooting until now.
No good rebound for Palo Alto. Taking up number 13, Matthew Marzano. Passing it to Zhao. Zhao back to Marzano. Marzano to you, stolen
picked
by
up.
Los Altos, but Jones could not control it. Trying to get slammed, and great defense right there by Anthony Yu. Outside shot taken by the Eagles, no good, and it'll now be Palo Alto ball with 1:25 left in the first quarter.
As I said, it was all layups. Pally missed a 3. Los Altos has missed 2.
Marzano driving in, and he'll be fouled.
One of the lowest scoring games I've ever seen. I mean, this is an extremely defensive battle, but I don't mind it as long as it's close, you know? These two teams really match well in the defensive games. They're two similar teams.
Yeah, you will not get points easily off these defenders.
Looks to be Perper at the line.
Connor Cook came in. Eric Jones sat down for Los Altos.
Will DeAndre, the junior guard, checking in.
Inbound by Will DeAndre, as Casey said.
And there's Connor Lusk with the ball.
Both coaches making some big group changes. Will DeAndre trying to make a move, cannot get it going. Passing it to number 2, Connor Lusk. Lusk to Zhao. Zhao going up for the left-handed shot, and he will be no good. Tipped out by number 21.
Yeah, it was blocked.
Michelle, blocked. Yeah, blocked shot.
55 seconds left in the quarter.
Will DeAndre passing it to Wes Walters. The big man shoots, no good. Rebound by Palo Alto.
Zhao again comes up with a big rebound.
the Vikings actually, I normally never say this, but they should actually speed it up. They're slowing it down too much.
And that was kind of Lust passing it to Walters, and it will be Zhao dribbling in, reverse layup, no good. Rebound by number 24, Connor Cook.
And now there's no shot clock. It is officially 21 seconds left.
Shot clock turned off with under 35 seconds to go, because 35 seconds is a shot clock in high school.
7 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Los Altos bringing it up. Then Hatet trying to get a shot going, maybe an opportunity. Pump fakes out, outside shot, good.
Good with 8 seconds.
Three ball for a long ball.
Mike's gonna do with 4 seconds.
Zhao, beautiful pass. Walters sinks it.
Great pass by Marvin Zhao. Wow, and great job buried by Wes Walters.
Yeah, it's one possession game going into the second quarter. Casey, let's start off with you. What are your thoughts on this first half for Palo Alto?
Great defense by the Palo Alto Vikings. Good press they brought. Good passes. I like how Zhao played. They're just not taking enough threes. They didn't take 1 3 actually in the whole first quarter, I believe. Not doing enough on the offensive ball, and then they speed the ball up.
And what about you, Kieran? I mean, your Los Altos Eagles, they started off a bit shaky, but now they've rebounded back. They have a 1-point lead. What do they need to do to keep that lead in the second quarter?
I mean, we saw at the start of a quarter, they were up like 6-4 or something, and then Pally brought the press, and they were only keeping 2 guys back there, and it was a 3-on-2 press for the Vikes. Lost the ball 3 times. Pally went ahead, but now they've brought 4 guys back. It's working much better. They've gone on a little run, and Pally's pressing so hard is that when they break the press, they have a 2-on-1 layup every time. They've done that a couple times. If they do that again, they've hit 1 3-pointer, maybe get take a little more looks from deep. They're 1 for 3, and get that 3 ball going and keep breaking the press, and I think they can hold on to this 1-point lead and extend it.
Casey, what will Palo Alto have to do to regain the lead in the second quarter?
Yes, one, speed the ball up, and I think they've got to put some subs in. Put Jameer in, and it looks like Jameer is playing. He just is wearing a long sleeve to cover it as we see a replay.
Looking at that shot right there by number 21, Chris Shell for the first tray of the night.
Yeah, so just put some fiery guys and put him past Rella. I like Jackson Chris how he played. Put him past Rella, put in Shepard, put some fiery guys though.
You want to get some scoring going, don't you, Casey?
Yes, I'm all offense right now.
Wolf DeAndre bringing it up, passing it around to number 13, Matthew Marzano.
You know, Marzano's one of the 3 players on this team that's witnessed the era of Max Doward and William Schlemmer from last year. Max Doward now playing at Santa Clara basketball. But that team was so amazing. They made it to the finals. They won CCS 2 years ago, and they went to Open Division, the first public school to ever win since the 90s as they beat SI last year in Open Division playoffs.
No good right there, and it'll be rebound for the Eagles, and we have a 10-11 game. Shot taken, no good by Chris Shell.
Pally fans really giving it to him there.
And
the Pally players are giving it right back to the Eagles.
Number 22, Ryan Perper, cannot handle the pass. Just a little high. As number 2, Eric Jones bringing it up for the Eagles. Swinging it around. Back to Jones, who drives, layup, and it'll be no good. Rebound by Wes Walters.
That was in traffic.
Walters bringing it up, I like it.
He played the whole first quarter, as it'll be Eagles ball coming back onto the other side of the court.
Yeah, Susko's played all game, still in there.
Oh, nice defense by the big fella.
Chris Shell driving in, tries to get the foul, and offensive foul, as Casey said, charging against number 21, Shell.
That student section's really giving it to him.
Yeah, we know the student section here at Palo Alto is very passionate.
Yeah, it's not the biggest crowd tonight. You know, this isn't the biggest game. Last week was bigger. Los Gatos, one of the big rivals. And Tuesday at Gun is just going to be livid. Surprised a little that it's on a Tuesday, not a Friday night or Saturday night, but the fans will still show up.
Fans will show up no matter what against their arch rivals, God.
And Eagles fans did not really show.
Yeah. What I notice about most high school games is that not a lot of visiting fans show up unless if it's like a big
rivalry,
game.
I mean, last week Carmel fans showed up.
Yeah, they did show up. They showed up pretty well. Let's get back to the topic of this game. Turnover by Will DeAndre right there, and then Hatet's bringing it up. He's trying to get a layup right there. No good. Number 12 on the ball now. That is Brooks Susko. Back to Hatet. Hatet, layup. No good. Rebound by number 2, Connor Lusk. Lusk bringing it up. Moving it around. Layup by Matthew Marzano.
Another charge, though.
And another turnover for the Vikings.
No pass.
Honestly, the Vikings should get like what they do in football, have like an offensive coordinator and then keep Ronnie Tension as the defensive coordinator because he's such a good defensive coordinator, but their offense is just not there.
And it'll be no good. Rebound by the Vikings. Bringing it up, number 13, Marzano tries to get the foul. Does not get anything called by the refs. 10-11 with less than 6 minutes to go in this second half,
Man,
second quarter.
Break 20 by halftime. It's just defensive.
Speaking of rivalry games, as we were earlier, the Los Altos Eagles played just 2 days ago. Got thrashed by the rivals Mountain View at home. Was not what we were looking for. Mountain View, obviously not a huge basketball school this year, but beat Los Altos, so they're coming in with a bit of fire, trying to beat the Vikes.
Yeah,
and now,
LA does not like Mountain View.
Not at all.
And now bringing it up, Marzano. I can't add anything to this. I go to Small Pinewood, so I don't know much about these thousand student schools, you know.
Who's your guys' rival?
We do not like, we do not like a lot of schools. We don't like Nueva. We don't like Priory.
Oh.
Kind of the smaller private schools.
Yeah.
I mean, last year it was really Archbishop Mitty in the girls basketball that we did not like. We played them a couple times. They beat us the first time, but we beat them the second time, which was the game that really mattered, as that was deciding who would represent Northern California in the CCS. Let's get back to the game. My apologies.
Oh, come on. That's the 4th charge call. Refs got to stop calling that one.
Yeah. The refs is calling it too tight here, and I agree with you guys. We saw this problem with the girls' game
last year,
Carmel.
As so many fouls, and we won't even talk about the travels in that game.
Yeah.
We do not need to get into that.
Number 2, Connor Lusk bringing it up for the Palo Alto Vikings, 10-14 with less than 5 minutes left to play in this first half. Marzano passing around to Walters. Walters out to Lusk. Lusk back to number 22, Ryan Perper. Perper to Zhao. Zhao cannot get it. Gets it on the rebound. Back.
Nice
Marzano, beautiful pass. Lusk to Zhao.
Shot clock under 10.
Walters shoots it, no good. In and out. Casey's not happy with that.
Wow.
Pateta.
Unlucky.
Hatet trying to get something going, passing it to number 24, Connor Cook. Connor Cook to Chris Shell. Shell to Jones. Jones to Lensford. And out to Cook. Basically the starting lineup out here for the Eagles. As it is now Lusk bringing it out for the Vikings. Marzano trying to get the foul. Another charge.
Not again. That's the 5th charging call. 3 on the Vikes, 2 on the Eagles.
City, come on. That's finally Jameer Shepard checks in. I like it. And Jackson Chris, who's the leading scorer for the Vikes at 4 points.
What?
As you see Shepard on the screen.
Shepard, as you said, a wide receiver in football. You said he probably will get some college attention.
Oh, yeah. The man can play. Had 22 touchdowns this year. He's an absolute beast at football. Basketball, not as, but he can still play.
As it's going to be Eagles ball after the controversial charging call. Inbounding it is number 24, Connor Cook. Cook, and as you can see, Pally bringing back the press of Anthony Yu. Hitzet bringing it up, guarded by Zhao. Over. He made the first free of the game. That was number 21, Chris Shaw, as I cannot navigate my papers that I have in my hand.
3:45 to go, 4-point Los Altos lead.
Ooh, I thought Zhao read it right. I thought he could have had a chance at that one. And Pally's just in a slump at scoring. They really just haven't scored so long.
Not like Los Altos is scoring either, though.
Yeah, defensive battle. Looks
Zhao,
like the Cheez-It Bowl.
Zhao guarding Hitzet, now out to Yu, who's now out to my bad, Chris Shell, who's guarded by Yu. Out to Hitzet, deep three, no good. Rebound by Jameer Shepard, as Marzano will get the ball. Yu trying to cut in, and it'll be Zhao on the left side. Zhao shot no good, and it'll be rebound for the Eagles. Shell thinking about shooting, does not. Los Altos trying to score, and that will be a charging foul.
No, you have to be joking me. That's 6. That's 6. There's been like, it's
like 3 on both teams.
That's like weak. There's been 6 in the NBA. What is this? Okay, Nate, the last 3 games you've ever done, there's probably been a combined 6 charging fouls.
Yeah.
I don't know if there was one, like the last game I did. It's unreal.
There's one. There's been 6 and one.
Alley-oop, no good.
It's like the rim just won't let it go in. Pally's actually got some all right looks. They literally just are rolling out every time.
It's set, no good.
And that was
rebound, no good.
And goes for LA. This is the most unenergetic offensive game I've ever seen in high school basketball varsity level.
I don't know what they put on the rims, but it's something. Butter, I don't know, man. It is just slippery.
If you're a defensive fan, this is paradise for you.
If you like watching missed layups. Watch this game.
If missed layups is your thing, then this is your nirvana. Okay, this is your nirvana. As
Eric Jones down.
We cannot show the injury as he is not a professional. So instead we'll give you this shot of the start of the current 5 for the Vikings. Jameer Shepard checked in a couple minutes ago. Hasn't done anything that noticeable. As Jones gets up and will be heading to the medical.
He might be coming back to the bench. I thought what you thought, that he was going straight to the
medical office, but no.
This gym is amazing.
Yeah.
Donated by the Peary family, obviously. One of the most affluent in Palo Alto. As a bunch of them go to my school, so yes, I do know some people.
12-14, we got a 2-point game here.
Number 24 bringing it out, Connor Cook, guarded by Connor Lusk. Cook trying to get it past half court, he does. Passing it to substitute, and that'll be Chris Lewis for the Eagles as he turns it over. Yeah. Time out by us, huh?
Nos. Coach.
And
hey, I'm not favoriting. Nate, that was all you.
I have not seen guys this biased since Kirk Herbstreit calling an Ohio State football game, okay?
Yeah, but the thing about Herbstreit is he'll give credit to the other team when it's due.
He will give credit when it's due.
He will not give credit to Pally when it's due.
You've scored 12 points in the first 1 3/4 quarters, so when there's credit to be given out, give it.
But so far, you cannot give that much credit to both teams. I mean, this has been an ugly game offensively. Defensively, it has been pretty good, but that's mostly because of a charging. That's mostly because of a charging.
I think Los Altos and Pally would rather lose by scoring 70 points than win and only score 20. I mean, that's not going to happen, but who cares how many points you score?
You just got to win. You just got to win.
As long as it's a close game, I mean.
We're fine with it. We are fine with it.
Yeah.
And bad communication right there. Jameer Shepard steals it. Shepard, layup, good!
And you see that speed. You saw that speed there.
That's what I said about the firepower. Extension did, and look what happened.
130. There's only been a combined, I believe it's only been a combined 7 points scored in 7 minutes, which is pretty ugly. As Jameer Shepherd trying to bring some offense, doesn't, but gets fouled as he'll be heading to the line for 2.
I've seen more teams, one team score double their points in the first half than both these teams. 28 points is like the average score for a team in the first half, and that's what both these teams have combined.
Jameer Shepherd trying to get the lead for the Vikes.
Hatet not happy at all with that call.
Coach
Yeah.
just telling him
And he
to
sits
calm
down.
down.
Yeah, you saw it. Speed by Shepherd. That's all from the football field.
Hatat's in pain. Hatat's in pain on the sideline. First, I thought he was just angry at himself and angry at the ref for that call, but
No, he was just frustrated.
he seems to be in a bit of pain.
Yeah.
He was frustrated too.
Shepherd at the line for 2, as I mentioned earlier. He's a multi-sport athlete, plays football, as you just mentioned, that football speed at wide receiver. Came in on that fast break, as it is 15-14.
Yeah, and he plays basketball, obviously. But what I'm most surprised about is he doesn't run track. If I was him, I would run track in a heartbeat. He's so fast. You just saw his speed there. He could be a star at sprints.
And we usually see that with wide receivers on the football team.
As Palo Alto takes the lead.
16-14. The Eagles trying to tie it up. Jameer Shepherd making a play right there.
Syrie got it back. Jameer again. It's a kick.
Shepherd is energizing this crowd. That's what we need.
Inbounding it will be number 2, Eric Jones. He got injured a couple minutes ago, but now he's back in, passing it to Chris Shell, who will be bringing it out for the Eagles.
They need to get it out of the backcourt, and they do.
Almost tipped by Connell Loss, but that will leave an open number.
That's the best possession Los Altos has had all night.
That will leave an open number 23. Hunter Lunsford right there, who got the easy layup, tying it up 16-16 with 40 seconds left in the first half.
Pally, I would slow it down actually till the last second, and then you gotta get it before though. You gotta go, yeah, slow it down completely.
Yeah, as they can no longer go 2 for 1 because there's under 35 seconds. Yeah.
As Jackson Christ getting some more points in this game. He had a great start. Coach Tension took him out, and now he's back in getting 2 points for the Vikings.
Altos, do you go quickly right now?
No,
or you take it.
Whatever you want.
I just wait. I just wait it out.
Just wait till you get a look is what I'm thinking. 4 seconds
That's
to go.
a look right there.
Look.
That is a look right there.
Second 3.
Chris Shell sinking his second 3-pointers of the game as we will go into halftime. Los Altos with a 1-point lead, 19-18 here at the Peary Center. Stick with us for the halftime show, which will be coming up in a couple minutes.
Hello and welcome back to the Peary Center here in Palo Alto. We've had a highly contested defensive game so far as it's 19-18 Los Altos Eagles. It's been a great game so far.
Oh yeah, definitely.
What do you think Los Altos needs to do to hold on to this lead?
Well, I mean, they've been playing pretty solid defense. Maybe just play, I don't know, better offense to like keep the lead. I mean, they played pretty well. I mean, of course, that huge, basically buzzer beater 3 right there by Chris Shell really helped them out. But they just need more where that's coming from, and they've only had a couple like truly score good like possessions that were not like really like cheap, you know. Yeah, that nonsense.
Yeah.
But they just need to do what they did with those the 3-point possessions. Those were good ball movement right there. And if they can continue doing that in the second half, I think they should be fine. And as for Palo Alto, they need to play more fast. I mean, Casey, who's in the background right there, he mentioned it before that they need to play fast, up-tempo offense, and they did that a bit in later on in the second quarter, and you saw how that turned out for them. They came back down, and they did well. As we might have a third person joining us, maybe.
As we have ourselves a ball game, we're about 3 minutes away from coming back. It's been a great game. Jackson Christ has 6, and Shepard has 4 coming off the bench. Susko has played a lot along with Teta. But I think the leading scorer has been
Chris Shell.
Hit a couple of threes as a layup. He has 8.
He's been playing very well, very dominant. He's gotten back on defense. My favorite player of this game, though, has definitely been Chris. I mean, you saw what he did, like just in those opening couple minutes. The layup and then tipping it to get it back for Palo Alto. That was just really good defense. I really like that a lot. I'm totally not biased because his brother went to Stanford, and I am a big Stanford fan, obviously.
Yeah.
But honestly, Jackson Christ has been playing extremely well. I also liked how Marvin Zhao played. He started out playing great defense, obviously. And if he can continue doing that in the second half, then Palo Alto should be fine. Do you want to get a prediction in?
I think my Eagles hold on for this one.
Honestly, the way Los Altos has been playing, and with not that much student support from Palo Alto, I'm going to have to agree with you, actually. I think Los Altos will pull out with the W to put their record at 11-7 and 2-4 in league play.
Yeah, and I think it's gonna stay tightly contested. But
I do too. I think it's gonna be. I think we're gonna have a great game.
Yeah, could go down to the last shot. Maybe one team run, but because it's been so low scoring, we're 1 run away from the game ending. Like if Pally comes out on a 6-0 run to start the second half.
I honestly think if you start off hot in the second half, you're gonna win the game. That's the way I look at it. I mean, maybe not on a professional level or like even college, but in high school, if you get hot in the second half, like the players, the high school players just can't come back. I haven't seen it happen once.
I think the next team to make a run wins.
I agree with you, actually. I agree with you. And I think that team could be Los Altos. I think they have more firepower on offense, obviously, with Chris Shaw. I mean, yes, Palo Alto has some potential. Jameer Shepard, Jackson Christ, I'm looking at you. But Los Altos has more firepower. As the game is about to start, we're going to get our third commentator in. Introduce yourself, young man.
Hi, my name is Lev Miller, and I'm joining you guys for the
second half. Yeah, we're about to have a great time, obviously.
Yep. And we are ready for the third quarter here at the Perry Center. Same starting 5 that started the game will start the second half. What do you think Trevor Noss is telling his Eagles up 1?
Well, I think he's telling them just, you know, stay comfortable. You're in a solid position. You ended the game with that. You ended the first half with the 3-pointer. Just carry that momentum into the second half. Start off on a run, and you should be good.
And yep, here we go. Los Altos coming off that big loss to Mountain View on Wednesday, looking for revenge against the Vikes. Vikes start with it. You up top. Christ, back to you. Holding, Jones on him. You outside. Walters, the big man up top.
Walters playing a very crucial role in that first half. Played great defense. I mean, Casey really liked him. He got involved.
Inside Chris, layup good. And just like that, Palo Alto with the lead.
They gotta find some offense here in this game. Not much in the first.
Shell to Cook. Inside, Shell, no. Rebound, tipped, got, and running. Chris again, Syrie
Is
with
this-
no contest.
Is this the run that we were looking for to start off the second half? It just might be
Maybe. I think
4-0 run.
Maybe some offense to actually show up here.
Yeah.
holding outside Lunsford. That's Shell, my bad. Shell looks for a man, Lunsford. The rotation is beautiful. Jones goes off a screen, pulls up for a triple. No good. Great rebound by Susko. Goes up.
Nails it.
Good, and just like that, maybe that's not the run we thought we were going to see. 1 point game again.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is why Kieran is biased. Thank you very much.
I don't know. You holding Walters. He's way up top. Big man. And Chris. Zhao.
Zhao's been really holding the ball a lot of this
Chris,
game.
wide open three for the U. No good. Rebound Jones.
Palo Alto has not hit a 3 all game.
Oh, risky pass. Shell got a triple. Los Altos up 2.
Buries it. Shell, that's his, he's 3 for 3 from beyond the arc. He's just been playing really well.
Yes, he has.
12,
Zach,
10, what is
U
it? 12,
gets
11
inside,
points?
layup. He's fouled. He'll go to line for 2, looking to tie it up.
I've seen Zhao this game. He's been really touching the ball a lot, but he has not much to show for it.
Well, that's because, yeah, as Casey mentioned, he's more of a defensive player. He's more of a
Defensive end shares the ball, as we heard from Casey
I'm just
in the
saying,
first
like,
half.
I've seen him a lot on the offensive, like carrying it up there. Doesn't have anything to show for it though. But good things to see that there's obviously some offense sprouting in this second half. Because the first one had none.
Anthony, you're right there on the line. He, as Casey mentioned as well, who's obviously knows every single thing about the Vikings. He is,
And he missed both.
He's a St. Francis transfer. St. Francis obviously very competitive school, both academically and athletically, and he decided to transfer.
Huge
to,
missed 3 throws. Jones up top.
To a school.
Looks to drive. Has a shot. Hit it. Los Altos, largest lead of the night at 4.
Jeez. If your largest lead of the night is at 4, I mean, if they're both
In the third quarter,
like that's just
it's been a great game. Christ, you, Walters, Zhao, Christ.
moving it around.
Yeah,
Palo Alto.
good movement. Back to Marzano.
15 on
Back
the
to
shot clock.
Walters. You. And foul. They will have 11 seconds to get a shot off.
You know what they should have in basketball? This just came to me. They should have a kind of like a foul thing, like kind of what they do in football. Like if you can choose to accept or decline the penalty. I think that could be.
But that would be hard
I know.
because
but
of the
the
flow.
last minute situations
Yeah.
when you want to accept or decline a foul, you can just decline it and the clock keep going and they
Yeah.
don't have to take the shot.
Shot good. They're right back in it.
That is
Marzano.
true,
And that is a 3-thing sit-down topic you have right there, Nate.
Sports sit down. I'm just saying we do have a guest lined up, and yes, she is.
Oh, Susko.
Last time we had a guest, it didn't work out too well.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't show up.
Hunter Lumsford.
We're not going to
Shell.
mention names.
Yeah. Lunsford, air ball, hits his second of the night. Pally fans letting him hear it. Marzano, 3 gives him the lead. Walters up top. Zhao inside, all tied up again. What a game. And timeout, Nos.
Okay, well, now we got a game. Third quarter only, but still 26-26.
They've scored more. They've scored more points already halfway through this quarter.
Then probably the first quarter in
Then
general.
in the first quarter in general, and in the second quarter in general. Like this, just I don't know. I mean, maybe someone just turned on the offensive switch in the
Yeah.
Downstairs,
second half.
And-
crazy, all those.
Or maybe the coach gave him a pep talk at halftime. That's another explanation.
It's probably the second.
You never know.
You never
Could
know.
be either.
You never know what
Yeah,
happens
the
here.
crowd, actually, there's quite a few people that decide to show up if you just saw it there.
Well, yeah, I mean but that's
Yeah.
the student section. Yeah.
Objectively, there's people, but for this Pally team, it's usually packed.
Yeah, this is. I mean, usually they would have
Imagine
the.
how packed it was during the gun game. I mean, that would be.
The gun game is going to be happening, I believe,
Yeah.
next Tuesday. So.
Yeah, so.
But that's away, I think. Okay, inbound. Jones tie game 4:21 to go in the third quarter. Susko playing catch with Jones. Back to Susko. Nice screen. Lost it. Hits the deck. 2-on-1. Zhao. Good effort. Are they going to call a foul because he went on top of him? Jump ball. Jump ball. Jump ball.
Casey said that Zhao is a defensive player, not an offensive player, and we just saw that there. I believe that was going to be, that could have been his third steal of the night. But
Marzano,
taken away.
Cook, Jones, and Zhao were all in that little scrum. Jones, movement. Shell, Susko, driving, jumper, front rim miss. Rebounded by Walters. The big man comes up with a big board.
Sorry to burst your bubble, Costa, but I think that was an air ball.
Definitely a front rim.
Whatever.
You'd be hearing it from the Pally crowd if it was an air ball.
That is true.
Susko, again. Oh, that one rolled off. That was all the rim. Goes up again, no. And a struggle after the hot start for the Eagles.
Zhao over.
Marzano, short. Rebound out of bounds. Eagles have it.
I've been seeing a lot of the name Christ so far.
Christ. It's pronounced Christ. It's not the Lord and Savior's name.
Christ, but definitely been getting those rebounds up there.
Yeah, his brother,
Walters,
as I've mentioned plenty of times, Keller Christ currently.
Yeah, you're sad he left Stanford. We understand.
I'm fine with KJ Costello. I have a better connection to Costello than Christ. Okay.
Susko finds Shell again, dropped it. He had an open layup. Gets blocked, but the Eagles have it.
Palo Alto letting him hear it.
Yo, that's the one loud crowd down there.
That was a monster block. If you think this is loud, you should have heard him last year with all the stars.
I mean, yeah, if you think that's loud, just come to my games, okay? Like Tiny Arena, right? Tiny Arena, we're loud though. We are loud.
Are you on the team name, Martin?
I'm only in 8th grade, okay? I'm not saying anything, but yeah.
Movement, Syrie, Shell, Susko. Back to Jones, layup. Oh no, blocked again. Good defense. And
again.
Finally, it's slowed, the pace has slowed a bit. Long pass, Marzano. No, Susko with the board. Let's see if they'll push or slow it down a bit, just like Pally did. Susko, inside, layup. Good.
Fist pump right there from Mr. Kieran Costa.
The rebound, no on the other end. That was Zhao, and now Jones jogging up the court. Susko, turned down an open three, gets inside, layup good, foul on the floor.
That layup will not count as, you did say, full foul, so we'll have.
And here comes Shepard.
Shepard, first half he was very explosive, played very well, and also Anthony Yu coming back in. But Shepard, I want to talk about him. Casey mentioned that he does play football. He's one of the star receivers. He said he had 22 touchdowns in the season, which is absolutely incredible.
Marzano sits down, long inbound pass, another foul. They're getting that number up quick. No, my bad, that's the first on the Vikes. No, that must have been the second because there was one down there. Jones sits down for Chris Lewis.
Lewis, this is the second time coming in. Came in late in garbage time during the second quarter.
There was no garbage time in the second quarter. It was a 2-point game throughout.
Still, like final couple minutes, okay, that's what I consider at least garbage time.
There's about 2 minutes left in this third quarter.
1:56 to be precise.
Los Altos inbounding, like they're gonna run it full court after a Pally bucket. Tipped in, oh, nice move, Syrie. Just checked in Lewis. Back to Susko. Shell wanted it, Susko crossing, Lewis. Shell.
You know he can. You know he can release from deep. He's hit three, but from
and
beyond
a rough
the arc.
screen there, drawing
10
there,
seconds
Lewis.
to shoot.
Shot clock under 10. Shot clock really running down. Lewis can't get the ball out. Shell takes a shot, late shot clock, air ball. No! And it was a pass and a shot clock violation.
There's a lot. Yo, Pally fans are really letting them hear it. The first row especially. Man, the first row right now is really yelling.
Bringing it up now, Anthony Yu. Bringing it around, Yu on ball, the St. Francis transfer. Bringing it around, number 35, Zhao to Shepard. Shepard cutting right, goes up for the layup,
Inside is
fouled.
fouled. And he's gonna go to the line, looking to tie the ball game.
This is a good ball game, as we've been saying. There's 54.5 on the clock. It's 28-26. I mean, not many games are better than this third quarter action.
I know, and
I
Nate, I feel this way, but I wonder if you feel this way. We called the girls' game of Carmel MA last week, and that one felt like more of a close, intense game. This one feels a bit less intense, less crowd, and just less scoring altogether. That's just my feeling, that it feels a little less intense and close, but...
First, the intensity, it comes from the crowd. I mean, MA is one of the loudest places to play in
I mean, it could be the
in
fact
their
that
league.
we're
And that,
broadcasting
yes,
from the
that
wrong
is what I was
side.
saying. Yes, because and plus we're not on the bleachers. You got to be on the bleachers to feel the loudness of the student section. You
I mean,
know.
we can still feel the loudness, but it's not as much as
Yeah,
if we were
and,
over there.
I mean, it's been less offense. I mean, like just the thing about the MA Carmont games, they were like all straight. They were all offense. I mean, you had fast break opportunities in both the girls and boys game. You had like scoring every couple.
And it's a lot smaller too than this
No,
arena.
I mean, no.
Not much smaller.
Not
but
much
it's
smaller.
Yeah,
but
it definitely got loud in there.
But the thing is that there was a lot of fast break scoring right there, and it was high intensity basketball, and you could definitely feel that from the energy from the crowd and from the players.
Yeah, this one, I mean, it's not the intense game that we would have hoped to see, but it's still a very close
Oh yeah,
game.
it's still very
Just
close,
under a minute to
26-28.
go. I think there's a problem with the scores table, maybe like a foul call that they're not understanding. The refs aren't there, but the scores table is up, talking to both coaches. And we're sorry for the delay. We are not sure what's going on. The fire alarm is going off here at the Perry Center.
This is classic Palo Alto. I mean, this is classic Pali High. I've heard plenty of stories from. My apologies. I mean, but my friends do tell me that the fire alarm has been pulled multiple times.
Are we gonna have to leave?
We are gonna have to exit the.
As the players aren't leaving the building, just some fans are.
I believe we might have
will
to
not either.
I do not know what we are gonna have to do.
We're trying to ask some people about how that just went off.
I think we are gonna have to exit the building.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Well, we'll have to see first. Would not be nice, because all our new gear is in here.
Right now.
As we have the fire alarms going off here.
This is quite confusing, honestly. This is quite confusing.
As we will have to exit the building like everyone else, it seems like, as the players are now filing off, the fans are out. We're having a little bit of a technical difficulties. Bear with us. Fire alarms going off at the Perry Center in Palo Alto.
We'll be back in a bit.
We'll be back though. 54.5. And welcome back to the Perry Center. We've had fire alarms going. It was crazy. Both teams outside by our truck eating our pizza.
They were not eating our pizza, we'd like to clarify. They were just being healthy, not deciding to get stomach cramps, okay? Smart decision by the
In
players.
fact, Casey invited them to eat it.
Casey did invite them. Casey did invite them, which is, we do not approve of that. We do not approve of that, okay?
As we're back, we have 54.5 to go. It's a 2-point game, but wow, everyone was out of the gym. It was completely empty.
They're now all filing back in. They're now all filing back in.
Fans, they're all slowly coming back in, and it looks like we will soon be underway again.
Oh, this is a way to come back to a game. We do
we're
apologize.
very sorry for the delay.
For the inconvenience.
The inconvenience.
Some people were probably doing some illegal stuff in the bathroom. We'll just say that.
No,
we're
not making any assumptions.
We'll just say that. We'll just say that. Probably not true though. There probably was an actual fire. As we are ready to get back to the game. I'm sorry for what I said. I assumed, and I probably assumed incorrectly. My apologies.
Yes. Yep. He's sorry. We're ready again for action.
No more. We are hoping for no more apologies in the rest of the game. Okay.
We've had to
no more
apologize way
smoke
too much
alarms
over this night.
Let's get back to b-ball, boys.
And so, just if you forgot in the delay, 54.5 seconds to go in the third quarter. Los Altos is up 28-26.
And to recap your guys' memory about the third quarter, it started out with a hot Palo Alto run, which ended with Los Altos going on their little bit of their own run. And now they have a 2-point lead.
Yeah.
Including another big three hit by Chris Shell. So we are ready to get back to basketball.
And it's been, at least score-wise, an even third quarter as Los Altos was up 2 going to halftime, up 2 now.
Yeah, I mean, there was like nothing in the first and second, and now all of a sudden, finally the teams have started to come along and started to bring their offense going. So definitely.
If I remember correctly, it was a foul on Palo Alto. So
yeah, I mean, let's just say this. First game on the new truck, and it's already been it's already been one to remember. It's already been one to remember.
Yeah, the tests weren't exactly correct, but we've gotten it together.
I mean, well, let's just explain what happened. For most of the girls' game, we did not have commentating.
There was a little bit of a problem with our stuff.
We fixed it.
Everything's good, though.
And
then
the fire alarm,
we get them working. Midway, at the end of the third quarter, fire alarms going in the Perry Center.
Woo, woo, woo. I mean, it is going crazy. And now we are ready to get back to the game. Hopefully nothing more crazy happens except for the game. Anyway, my director is telling me to apologize for the sound effects. They were not necessary.
Nate, you're really having a bit of a struggle the start of this one. But we are ready for action again. Players getting a few shots up, just getting loose again as there'd been high-paced basketball going into that little break we had. Buzzers go.
There we go, finally. There's the buzzer.
They're telling us to get back to the game.
So here we go. And we're about to have another break for the third quarter in just a second, but we still got 54 seconds to go. Let's see how that plays out. And whose ball is it gonna be? As I'm pretty sure it's Los Altos inbounding, but I'm not 100% sure. No.
Let's find out.
It looks like Pally might.
Jameer Shepard's going to the line for 2. The foul was on Connor Cook.
Jameer
So,
Shepard.
shooting 2, looking to tie it up.
This is now all coming back into my head. I remember this until the
And
alarm started going off.
And welcome back. Shepard missed the first.
With a miss by Jameer Shepard.
Shepard hits the second one-point game.
Bringing it back into a one-point game. If they score, they'll get the lead probably.
Oh, long pass, and that's how you break this Pally press. Shell, Jones. Jones holding. He's played most of the game with Susko. And Hatet, who is not on the floor right now. Syrie in the corner. Back to Shell. Cook, inside, out of bounds. Great effort by Zhao. Just knocked the ball out of bounds as he hit the deck. Just 8 seconds on the shot clock. For the Eagles, they'll need to put up a quick shot. Shell. Oh, they go to Cook. To Susko. There's barely time on the clock. Takes a jumper. It's knocked down by Shepard. A nice block there. And now with the shot clock turned off, 13 seconds. Yu looking to give his team the lead. Lusk. And Yu. Lusk. 3 ball. Buzzers go. Pally by 2 heading to the fourth.
Well, that is really what Palo Alto needed going into the fourth quarter. I mean, we saw how the momentum helped out Los Altos in the, at the end of the first quarter going into the second. And hopefully Palo Alto can get that going in the fourth. I mean, this will be a big treat for the home fans if they can get a win against the 10-7 Los Altos Eagles. I mean, that would be a huge victory for Palo Alto, trying to rebound and trying to get into a big game against Gunn on a winning streak. Karen's shutting me down right here. He's saying no.
I have 100% faith in my school that we're going to come back from this 2-point deficit.
I mean, I don't know. It's very
give us the
close.
prediction, Lev. Give us the prediction.
I'm going to say Pally, because their fans, I think, are going to help them with, they got to bring up the noise level a bit. I think that was definitely clutch. I think that definitely would get them running there, that last 3. But I still think it's going to come down to the very wire. The last point, I think I'm going to say it's going to come down to a 1-point game.
And okay,
That is a big call by Lev Miller, folks.
we can all just sit here and make predictions, but fourth quarter underway. Pally with the ball out of bounds off Shepard's hands. Los Altos will get it back with a chance to tie it.
I am very excited for this fourth quarter. Hopefully this is going to be high scoring. I mean, I want this to be intense scoring, like we mentioned in the MA game.
And now we have it. It was stolen back. Shepard, layup, good.
Most of Pally's offense has come from Jameer Shepard and Jackson Chris, the 2 football players as well. So, I don't know, maybe it's just multi-sport
Jones, he
outfit.
lost it again, and here we go for the Vikes. Sal, back, lost, layup. That was the largest lead for either team at 6. Timeout, Nos.
Trevor Nass needed to call the timeout to slow things down. I mean, they count Palo Alto now on a 7-0 run here in the front, going on from the last possession in the third into the opening couple in the fourth. I mean, Kieran, he is not happy. He cannot believe it.
I mean, I said it was going to be by 1, so I'm going to keep with it. I think Los Altos has to come back. I think their coach is going to have some things to say to them, and they got to pull this together. A steal back the other way, coming off a big 3 from after the end of the third quarter. I mean, there's not much more Pally can ask for in this situation. They played well. They didn't give up any points. They got the momentum, and they have a 6-point lead. As you said, biggest lead of the night.
And if Los Altos doesn't come back, there will be a lot of running on Monday. Tuesday, my bad, as we have a long
Tuesday, yes, as we will have MLK Day, celebrating the life of the Dr. Reverend Martin Luther King Jr.
As it will be Eagles ball. Powie's still pressing.
And it'll be, as you said, Eagles ball. Palo Alto bringing back that press.
That'll be Shell starting.
They get it into Jones. Jones has to break the press himself. Struggles to do it, but he does. Holding at top. Lusk on him. Shell has a couple big threes. They need a couple more from him. It's inside. They go to Susko. Turnaround Jay, no. Gets his own rebound, tipped away. Shepard has it and he's running. Goes inside, he's fouled. It's in. He lays it in.
Wow, okay. Well,
The timeout did not do much for you, Karen.
well, Los Altos, they got some problems now. They even had a timeout. They had time to talk about it over with the coach. It didn't do anything. They come back, and it's an and one, and now we'll see if he can make it. And
He does.
Shepard hits 9.
10-0 run for the Vikings, as they'll still bring constant pressure to Chris Shelch, who's trying to inbound it. I'm just gonna take over for you, Karen. I mean, you're
As
just
the
out.
great Yogi Berra once said, it ain't over till it's over. Los Altos with still hope. Susko, long pass, inside, foul. Jones goes to the line for 2.
that would be only 2 there. He could have put it in, but it was a little hard when foul. Could not have put it in that situation.
He got pancaked.
Eric Jones to the line. Hasn't had that much points in this game. Hoping to play a pivotal role in the fourth for his Eagles.
About 6 minutes and 38 seconds.
He needed to hit that first one. He needed to hit that first one.
Yes, he did. And now Los Altos needs to get into the bonus to keep their hopes
the
alive.
bonus is really what will help teams out here in these situations.
Jones 50% from the strike.
I don't want to say that I'm kind of a
Oh, stolen by Susko. Ahead. Layup. Good. And they're right back in the ball game. It's a 6-point game.
Then again, it's still a 6-point game. That's more than a possession.
Sal.
So,
Oh, no, that's not
trying to draw the foul.
not a shot.
He's trying to draw the shooting foul. Will he get it? No. Actually, no, he'll be heading to the line.
Oh, no. Will he? No, he won't be. He won't be going to the line for 2. My bad.
I hope you're saying oh no because he was wobbling a bit on that play.
Sal gets it back. Lusk. 3-ball, no. Susko. Los Altos looking to continue the run of their own. Holding. Susko up top. Lusk on him. Shell. 3-ball from the corner. Oh, and rimmed out. They needed that possession. The U. Holding.
The St. Francis transfer, trying to get a big bucket here for his Vikings.
Gets around the screen. Lusk to Zalf in the corner. Long pass U. Susko on him. Gets a screen, doesn't take it. 3-ball for Lusk.
No.
Front rim, no. Rebound by Shout. Are they
Charging foul.
Charging foul?
Charging.
Are they?
No, I don't think
No,
it was a
it's not
charge.
charging. Is it charging?
No.
No charging.
I was about to say as Marzano checks back in. Matthew Marzano, very important offensive play. But so far, the most important player, especially in that third quarter and fourth, was Jameer Shepard. Shepard playing incredible offense. I mean, as I said, for them to win this game, I said that Palo Alto needs to play fast. And what have they done?
No.
Palo Alto has been playing fast, especially in this fourth quarter. You saw how they were playing very fast, forcing Nas to call a timeout. And now they have a 6-point lead because of it. I mean, you put your foot on your gas, you're going to get speed, and they got it.
There's
Two
Zhao.
big misses on the last 2 possessions for the Eagles. Vikes get it back. They go inside to Walters. That's where it's been working all night. No. Rebound, Walters. And Marzano holding up top. They're looking to run it down. 6-point lead. Oh,
Beautiful find.
Inside. 8-point game, and Los Altos really needs to push.
That's chemistry right there. Bang, bang passes. Tic-tac-toe.
Jameer Shepard looked like he's playing hot potato with those quick dish.
Yes, he
to
did.
Wes Walters.
That was
Jones.
a one-timer. He didn't even grasp it.
Yeah.
Susko, they need to push again. Can't run the clock out like this, Jones.
Again, they're losing by 8
Lumsford,
points. 4 minutes to go.
Cook. Shot clock winding down. He needs to take a shot with 5 to go. They can barely get a shot up and they lose the ball with 5 to go.
Stolen by Palo Alto. That was
might do it.
Marzano. That was Matthew Marzano.
They've had a chance to come back. They've let 3 possessions get away from them. 8-point game, timeout, the Vikes.
Coming in will be number 32, Charles Syrie, and I believe number 5 as well, Chris Lewis, the senior. He played a very pivotal role in the 3rd quarter.
Putting in their 3 shooters.
Yeah, I mean that's what I mean. Trevor Noss. We haven't seen that much of Syrie just yet in this game. So obviously Trevor Noss wanted to save him in case a situation like this were to happen. And down 8 points. All they need is 3 threes to get the lead.
But that's 3 possessions. That's still something, especially when Pally pushing back.
They got stops on the last 3 possessions.
Pally's,
turned it over on the last 3 possessions. So they can do it.
Pally's,
but it doesn't look likely as their offense has been dormant all night, but especially in this 4th quarter. And I saw it at the turning point in this game, the fire alarm.
The fire alarm.
Since the fire, it was 29-27 at the fire alarm. Los Altos had the lead.
It was that pizza. It was the pizza.
Rodney tension. I mean, he's telling. Oh, whoa! Inside look right there. I mean, but Rodney tension. I mean, they probably have practices where the fire alarm goes off again. It's my apologies for that.
Since the fire alarm, it's been a 12.
They've scored 12 points.
It's been a 12-2 Pally run. So that fire alarm, kind of a 6th man for the Vikings.
Anthony Yu bringing it up.
He's been really a huge presence in this game.
Holding. They go inside. Zhao. Layup good. Double-digit lead. That might be it.
They finally get the alley-oop working. I mean, they tried it in the 1st. They tried it in the 2nd. Now the 4th quarter, and it's good for them.
Shell with Syrie, Lewis, and Jones. Susko goes up inside, but he got fouled in. No call, and now the U walking it up the court, and he's holding. 3:10 to go, and they can run it under 3 minutes.
Just take that time. I mean, I said speed it up. I now want you to slow it down, Palo Alto.
Zhao.
Don't listen to me.
It's a 3.
That was amazing. Down the swish, down the bucket, and with about 3 minutes to go now, a big lead for Pally.
You know what, Palo Alto, just don't listen to me. Just keep your foot on the gas. Blow out Los Altos just so I can see Kieran shed some tears, okay?
He's already shedding.
Timeout by
Yeah,
Noss.
you should see him. He's getting emotional.
Yeah.
13-point game with 2:32 to go.
He's got to turn off his mic.
The chant, "Let's go Vikings," from the student section right here. I mean, they're loud. They may be small, at least at least for this game, but they are loud. They are very
They are
loud.
definitely loud.
Fly, Eagles, fly is what I'm singing.
With down 13 points with 3 minutes to go, that's a bit sketchy to me. I don't see how they could come back 13 points in 3 minutes. I mean, it's possible. I'm not saying it's not.
It
I'm
is.
saying it would be very, very difficult.
It is possible.
I just said
It is definitely possible.
But it's
for
difficult.
this star-studded Los Altos varsity basketball team. But
you are so
as you
biased.
say,
It's crazy.
it's going to be very challenging.
What Los Altos is going to have to do is they're going to have to play the way Palo Alto's been playing. Palo Alto played very aggressive in the late 3rd, early 4th. And they've continued to do that in going into in the later part of the 4th, as we only have less than 3 minutes left. But now They need to do what Palo Alto's been doing, play aggressive, and try to get some points to at least just make it look like it's been close.
Susko off Shell's hands, and that kind of sums up the fourth quarter, or ever since the fire alarm for the Eagles. Syrie, nothing to do.
As far as I can tell,
Susko.
we've had 3 quarters. The first, the second, the third, and the fire alarm.
Yeah, Syrie gets Zhao in the air, layup good. A spark of hope as they cut the lead to 11. Inside Shepard, good. Defensive breakdown.
I said
press didn't pay off that time.
Playing aggressive does have its downsides. I mean, especially on defense. I mean, if you're going to press, there's always going to be someone open on the backside, and that there was in Jameer Shepard, who's been playing very well offensively. I believe he's in double digits, probably has somewhere between 12 to 17 points.
Who?
Jameer Shepard of the Palo Alto Vikings.
He has 8.
He has 8? Nope,
8.
I don't think so.
No, he has 10 because he hit the 2 free throws.
Yeah.
So he has 10. He has 10.
He has 10.
A good game, though, for everybody until now, as Pally definitely starting to pull away. So practically good game for almost everybody in the building except Kieran.
I mean, you don't see a lot of Los Altos. You don't see a lot of blue in the stands. There's almost no Eagles fans.
I don't see any blue anywhere.
It's all green and black and white. I don't know what I'm saying.
Zhao, no, my bad. That was you. He's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
Los Altos, I mean, what you're used to doing is fouling in these.
Pally bonus. So
yeah. What you're used
foul trouble now.
What you're used to doing in these late game situations is foul, so you can get the ball back quicker and hope that they miss the free throws. But honestly, I'm not a fan of the strategy. It's too late for that. Guys, he is admitting defeat. He is admitting defeat.
He doesn't look like he really wants to. He's cringing about it, and he's starting to tear up. But I saw that.
As you will take his second free throw and sinks it 47-33.
2 for 2.
14-point lead for the Vikes.
Yeah.
He's shaking his head.
No, 15. 15.
15. No, 14.
No.
14.
No.
Yes.
Oh, well, understood. No, yeah, 15.
No.
Actually, yes, it is 15.
48 and 33, there's a 15.
It said 47 on that, and that's what I was going with, but my apologies.
Yeah, thank you. And up Zhao out of bounds. They'll move it over 4 feet to the left to inbound again. Shell. Corner 3, they just can't get it in at all. Susko, Syrie again. Puts up a quick 10 off the bench. Nos calls time again.
We got 1 minute and 30 seconds left. I don't see many people getting a comeback in this situation. So, how do you think this game's gonna end? I want to hear you, Nate.
I think Palo Alto's gonna get over 50. I think that's a fair prediction.
I believe so. They're at 48, so they only need 1 more possession.
And they'll probably get it with free throws, you know. But Palo Alto's gonna win. I think it's pretty obvious. They've been the better team in the second half. I mean, it's what we said during the halftime show.
Yeah.
Whatever team goes on a run in the second half run, over. That's the game. That's the game.
And the first run just happened to come right after the fire alarm.
And it just so happens that Rodney Tension will get that first run after the fire alarm. It was a big 10-0 run for the Vikes.
As it looks like, it's not over yet, but it looks like Los Altos Eagles will fall to 1-5 in league, and the Vikes will go above 500 at 3-2. And Pally to inbound, 1:27 to go. And they break the press. Chris. And he's just gonna hold that top. They won't foul though. Pressure, Chris hits the deck. Students acting on a foul, he gets up, blocked! Jones knocks that stuff out of bounds.
You heard that Pally crowd was not a big fan of that. I don't know if
Yeah.
he tripped or he slipped, but I couldn't tell.
They wanted a call, there was a no call. And Zhao,
What it is.
is it gonna be offensive or 2 shots for Zhao, 2 shots for Zhao? Zhao to the line for 2, and they can hit 50, which was Nate's prediction if he gets both.
Come on, you could do it. You could do it. Give me that 50.
They have to break 50. 50 doesn't cut it for you, Nate Mon. They need to break 50 as he hits the first of the 1 and 1. So he'll get a second.
And
Hits
they
that
got
one,
50.
too.
They've hit 50.
Inbound to Jones. They finally stop pressing.
In cricket, we call that half century, okay?
Yeah, a half century. 3-ball shell again.
Chris Shelley's hit 1 every quarter, so.
Oh, and they foul. They're not done yet. The Vikes up 12 with 50 seconds to go.
Exactly, seconds to go. What a game.
What a game. I mean, it was a really good, if defensively, it was the perfect game in the first
What a great
first
game
half.
up to the fire alarm. That's what I have to say about it. It was a great game up to the fire alarm. 2-point game then. The Vikes have run away with it. 15-point swing since the fire alarm, actually.
Kieran's right now is definitely full of salt, but we'll get back to the action right now as Walters
The big man
is shooting
misses
free
the
throws.
second. So he hit the first to get the second, missed the second, and a bad pass, he wasn't looking at him. That sums up the game so far. Syrie wasn't looking, Jones made the pass, hit him in the back of the leg, and they foul again, just 6.2 seconds after.
Looking ahead for the Los Altos Eagles, trying to regain their dignity. They're playing gun at gun, which they hope to be they hope to rebound after a 2-game, after what looks to be a
That's
now
next week, right?
a 5-game losing streak for
That's
the.
next week. We'll cover that one.
We will
Los Altos
probably.
and Gun next week.
As for Palo Alto, I believe their next game is against the Gun Titans, and it is. So Gun will be playing. So the next 2 games will be Gun's opponents, and Gun. Let's see how their season's going. Actually, Gun.
I don't think they're doing amazing, actually.
I'm double checking right now.
calls
I'm double
time.
checking right now. Trust me.
As tension calls time. His team up 14.
43.8 seconds left. 52 to 38. Fourth quarter. I mean, can't ask more for a better game.
Yeah, the Gun Titans not having the best season so far. They're 6-9, 0-4 in league play. Currently playing Mountain View. So both teams are playing their arch rivals right now. I mean, Palo Alto's playing Los Altos, and then Gun's playing Mountain View. So.
I mean, the arch rivals are Pally, Gun.
Yeah.
but-
No, well, what I mean is that Gun's playing the arch rival of Pally is playing the arch rival of Los Altos. You get what I mean here, Lev?
Before big NorCal rivalries are playing each other in some form tonight.
Yeah. Coming out now is
42
Eric
seconds.
Jones.
Jones drives, no foul, misses the reverse, out of bounds, stays with
Finishes game
the
up.
Eagles.
35 seconds left.
They'll run it under 10. I'm pretty sure it happens if there's not a foul. And they can barely
get
find
it
an
off.
inbound. They do to Susko.
But
He
it's
lost
given
it. Walters is gonna push. And Chris back. Tried to make a little fancy pass out of bounds off the Eagles with 27 seconds to go.
Both teams playing Gun, as we said earlier. Gun only 6-9 on the season.
Shot clock is turned off for these last 27.4 seconds.
As I looked, I believe that both
Lewis.
these teams will walk out with W's against Gun.
Altinger for his first minutes of the game, and McKenzie for the first minutes of the game. Last 27 seconds, it's garbage time at the Perry Center. They're pushing. They're just gonna try to get a shot up. Spinning, subs on both teams in. Actually, no, and stolen by Walters. That's gonna do it.
Walters is not a sub. He's one of their top players, and he played a big role in tonight's victory for the Palo Alto Vikings. 52-38, your final score here from Perry Center.
And that's gonna be your final buzzer from the Perry Center in Palo Alto. Vikings 52, Los Altos Eagles 38.
And in the end for this game, it was all Palo Alto with that run in the second half. I mean, the first, we said it here, the first run in the second half gets you the victory.
It was a wild one. There was fire alarms, there was close games, there was defense, and then finally there was offense.
A tale of two different tales. I mean, the first half you had defense, second half was all offense.
And a fire alarm.
And a fire alarm.
First half, we had Casey. Second half, we had Lev. Whole time, it was Nate Martin. I've been Kieran Costa. This has been a student sports production of the Midpen Media Center. Have a great night, everybody.